Hi and welcome back to my 25 Days of Christmas tutorial series. Today I'll be creating a gift bag trio using my favorite gift bag punch board by We Are Memory Keepers, plus some paper discovery supplies from the new Christmas collection. So here is the gift bag punch board itself, and I think it's an absolutely must-have for a paper crafter. The board has a score tool included, and there's also the instruction right on the board, so you won't have any problems with how to use it. I'm also going to need some papers, and I'll be using the ones from the latest Paper Discovery Christmas collections. All the papers are traditional rustic Christmas patterns. The papers are one-sided and they are also thick enough even to create a card base. I'm actually going to take the bag template one step further and add a flap closure at the top of the bag. I'm placing the paper into my scoring board and I'm scoring it at about 3 inches from the side, and I'm actually following one of the strips of the pattern. Then I'm flipping over the paper so that the scored line, or the side with the scored line, is towards me, and I'm punching and scoring the top of the bag according to the instructions. And by the way, the instruction says the punch board is meant to create 3 sizes of gift bags, but you can actually create any size bags using this tool. And I do have a tutorial on how to do that, and I'll leave a link down below in the description for you to check out. So what the punch board does, it creates all the necessary tabs and score lines for you to assemble the bag. Well, you see that the short tabs at the top are for the sides of the bag, and the wide tabs are for the front and the back. The tab closure I'm going to create is going to be at the back of the bag, so now I'm using the scoring tool to kind of draw the lines till the edge of the paper, because the scoring board created kind of shorter lines. Now with the scissors I'm going to cut along that line that I have initially scored, and I'm only going to leave that tab that is at the back of the bag, just like that. So in the end we're going to get the classic bag template, but with the additional rectangle attached to it. I'm also going to use the corner punch to round the corners of the tab. The tools that I'm using are listed down below in the description box, as well as on my blog. To assemble the bag, I'm going to apply some adhesive along that side tab. And it is desirable for bags and things like pockets to use the extra strong tape adhesive, which is this red one. Then I'm going to score the paper along all the creased lines. And when I'm done scoring, I'm going to peel off the red liner from the tab, and I'm going to stick that tab down. After you adhere the side of the bag, we are going to move on to the bottom flaps. You can use the tape adhesive for the bottom tabs as well, but I think this time I'll go with the quick drying liquid glue, which is also going to work fine. And here is the bag finished. It's great to use as is, but I think I will add more Christmas embellishments to it. To create some texture, I'll be using the Scandi Designs embossing folder by Paper Discovery. So I have trimmed a piece of gold mirror cardstock to the width of the bag, and I'm placing it inside the folder and sanding it through. This folder creates some textured strips alternating with the plain strips, and the plain ones originally meant for decorating, like stamping or attaching the washi tape. But this time I'm going to use this folder a bit differently, so I'm going to use the scissors and the ruler, or the craft knife in this case, and I'm going to cut along the lines and separate all the textured strips. Next, I'm going to use some double-sided tape again, and I'm just going to attach this strip onto my bag, and as you can see, the embossing folder coordinates perfectly with the patterned papers. But the golden strip is not the only embellishment I'm going to add, so I have used my nested circle die set to create the circles out of gold and red cardstock, and now I'm going to attach the smaller red ones onto the larger gold ones. I'm making 3 circles since I'm going to create 3 gift bags. If you are following my series, you are already familiar with the Christmas character stamp and die set that I'm using quite a lot this year. So this is the cute deer from this set. It's colored and cut out, and now I'm just applying some glue and I'm going to stick her down right onto this circle. And for the remaining 2 circles, I'm going to use a boy gnome and a girl gnome that are from the same stamp set. To attach the circle onto the bag, I have applied the tape adhesive onto the half of the circle only, the top half to be quite exact. And then I'm peeling off the liner and I'm going to attach it onto the tab so that half of the circle is hanging down the edge. To close the bag, you can actually attach a piece of double-sided tape onto the other half of the circle, or the Velcro dot if you want it to be opened and closed multiple times. But this time I have decided to use the product that I had for quite a long in my stash, and this one is called Tie Downs by 3M. Well, I actually believe that this product is already discontinued, but you can totally use the braids instead. They work pretty much the same way. So I'm going to attach one of the buttons or the tie downs onto the circle and the second one onto the gift bag. Then you just have to use a piece of string and you can wrap it around the 2 buttons or tie downs, and it's going to keep the bag closed. And of course, with this type of closure, the bag can be opened and closed multiple times as well. And as I mentioned, the braids are working the same way. So this is what the finished bag looks like. It's quite festive. I also went ahead and created 2 more bags exactly the same way, using other papers from the same patterned paper pad and other strips from the same embossing folder. Thanks for visiting my channel today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you again really soon for the tutorial number 17. Bye bye.